I've done it wrong. What's up, people? It's Nathan Ellington here on the Man United show, coming to you live with Garth and Caletso. New guest for you today. Obviously, we're going to be talking about a few things, a few major things that are happening today. And soon we're going to have Kieran back on the show as well. But before we do that, we're going to have a little chat until he gets on, and then we're going to go through the post-Fergie era. So it's the Man United show on Twitter. You can ask me questions if you want to. Ask the Duke. And today we're talking about Mason Greenwood. Let me fix this. Mason Greenwood, Ahmed Diallo in the post-Fergie era. Well, before I get started, just want to give a warm welcome to Garth. How are you doing this evening?
Yeah, good. Thanks. Thanks for having me. Yourself?
Good. Yeah, I'm all good. And Caletso, new guest on the show. How are you doing today? Can you hear us? Can you hear well? Can you hear me, Caletso? How are you doing today? Can you hear us? Let's hope you can hear us. His sound is gone, but when he gets it fixed, no problem. But first and foremost, obviously what's been in the news today, there's been some major, well, not today, it's been over the last few days, actually. For me, it's the Mason Greenwood thing. And to be honest, I don't really want to have anything to say about him until we know exactly what's happened. We know it looks really bad on him. That's really all I'm going to say. It looks really bad. I hope it's not as true. Everything's not true as it looks, because there's always two sides to the story. There's always something behind it, the context. So we got to really wait and see what happens there. Garth, I'm hoping you're thinking the same. You know?
Yeah. I've got nothing to say. Yeah, no comment, mate.
Until proven guilty.
I've got no comment, man. No comment on it. So, yeah, it's a madness.
Yeah, it's crazy. But secondly, glad to see Ahmed go out on loan and doing his thing at Rangers, scores his goal on his debut. So really, really happy about that. I think he played in his first Old Firm derby as well. I didn't get to see the highlights on that yet, but did you, Garth? Did you get to see that?
No, so just in the goal. It's a nice little tidy goal. So I haven't seen the highlights of the games, but yeah, nice thing to get some minutes, because like when we go through these transfers, it was big money. I forgot it was big money we paid for Ahmed. You know what I mean? And he hasn't. Yeah. We haven't given him any minutes. 9 games in 2 years, mate. It's like weird.
Welcome nice to the Man United show. Oh, sorry. Sorry. How rude of me.
Welcome to the party.
Welcome to the Man United show. These boys decided to start early tonight. I was on time. I'm never late. Apologies. I apologise. But the transport, they did me dirty. Yeah. All right. We do have a special guest tonight. He's been very vocal in the live chats on a regular basis across all platforms as well. He'll be joining us soon. Don't worry, he will be here. First and foremost, I'm sure everyone's given you the lowdown on what's happening tonight. All of Man United's transfers post-Fergie era on the tier maker. All right. And there's, do you know what? Just looking through this expertly put together list that Garth has done. Yeah, I'm like, mine's got done dirty. What did he get? Like 2 signings? Like what? Wow. All right, let's get this started. Let's get this underway. Okay, so first and foremost, the first signing of the Manchester United post-Ferguson era. And this is probably, to be thinking about it, this probably has a little bit to do with why he's only got 2 signings, yeah? Because the first place he went to was back home. He went to Everton. He paid £29 million for this player. And this player was there for 6 years, making 177 appearances for the club. His name is Marouane Fellaini. Now, let's get to it.
Sideshow Bob, did you say?
Sideshow Bob, some would say. Okay, so Marouane Fellaini. Is he Cantona level, dare I say? Unbelievable, Jeff. Is it a game of two halves for him? What went wrong? Some would say just straight up why, and Donny van der Beek. So, what category? See, I said that. That is the reaction you want.
Mate. I'm not having that, mate. I can't believe I've seen that.
No, look. A little disclaimer. Donny van der Beek isn't at the bottom, yeah, because that's like the last. That's like bottom of the pile. He's there because we feel that's in there. That's like he didn't get a chance. That is in there as the player didn't get a chance. Right.
Inexplicable.
All right. Just so I disclaim it. He's Donny van der Beek is not at the bottom because he's the worst player. He's there because he didn't get a chance. And I'm sure there's many other players that got bought in that didn't get that chance. And I can think of a couple off the top of my head. First of all, Fellaini. What are you going for? Nathan, you can go first. What was your thoughts when you first bought Fellaini?
When we first bought him, I actually thought, listen, why the hell are we buying him? Like, why are we buying him? I know he's a good player for Everton, and he's a handful. Like, no one wants to play against him. He's like, clumsy guy who could smash you at the elbow or, or knee you somewhere or something like that. And I just thought, why are we going down that route? United are, a little bit on a different level. And so when he signed, that's exactly what my initial thought was. But in the end, we actually was our go-to guy at times, man. Times we were running out of ideas and we had to just say, listen, bang it up to Fellaini, who's just going to chest it down and bring people into play and try and get him scoring. In the end, he was a good option because we didn't do much at times and that's all we could do. So, yeah, he was actually an all right option at the time. So, yeah, it's just, I don't know, man.
What would you say?
It was a why. He was a why.
It was a why. All right, Fellaini.
You've got to say. But after that, though, it wasn't a why. It was like
a game of two halves. I'd say a game of two halves.
Yeah, I think overall, he wasn't too bad for us. He was actually one of our better midfielders at the time, in the end, in terms of what they've done for the club. He actually was in the end. So I'm going to give him that.
We're joined by our special guest, Calypso. How you doing?
His sound has not been the best. Hopefully he can hear us today. He was hearing us earlier.
I'm good.
That's good. That's good. You know what it's about, yeah? Are you ready for the the Man United side is post Fergie era?
I can hear you guys.
That's good. Let's crack on. Garth, what would you have said?
I can hear you guys.
You can?
Good.
All right, sweet. Garth, what would you go for? Would you agree?
Yeah, game for two halves. Yeah, game for two halves.
Yes.
So. You thought that was fair, yeah? All right.
Yeah, more than fair. Yeah, I was just saying, why no one. It was a desperation buy from Moyes, weren't it? It was coming to the end of the transfer window. He hadn't got any of his targets. And he went back to what he knew. And I mean, he got a good career. We got a good stint out of him in the end. Marouane Fellaini, you know what I mean?
All right. So, let's go. Who was next? Okay,
Mata.
Juan Mata from Chelsea, £40 million. He's there for 9 years. He is still there. He's the Winston Bogart of Man United at the moment. 276 caps and 50 goals. Where would you put Juan Mata? You'd have to say that Juan Mata was. I'd say
I like him.
Yeah, he's a quality player.
He is a quality player, and
go on, Nathan.
Garth, I don't know what you think, Garth, but for me, It's hard when you're looking at what you can see up there, but in the end, through no fault of his own, he might be in the game of two halves bit because, if he was allowed to play on, I would have given him unbelievable, Jeff. But, I think he's in the game of two halves now. It's not fair because he's got great ability and he's done great for us early on, especially. But then they've just they've basically thought that he's on his last legs and finished, when I don't think he is. I don't think he is. I still don't think he is. If he was in the right team, he'd do a job for us. I'm telling you, he'd do a job.
It's 9 years, 276 appearances. How many of them are in recent years and they're from the subs bench? It's just he's not getting enough game time.
Oh yeah, I can't remember when he started 2 in a row. The last time he started 2 games in a row. It's one matter. So
it's a nightmare.
What would you go for?
It's a nightmare. I'm going for a game of two halves, me. I think he is on the game of two halves, but he should be unbelievable, Jeff. But he can't be now because he's dropped down that ladder a little bit.
All right. And Garth, what would you give him?
Yeah, again, I don't know. Do you know what? 50 goals, 50 assists in them 276 games. He's close to unbelievable, isn't it? So, yeah. But
gosh. Yeah, it's still good.
Oh, there's 50 assists as well.
Yeah, there's 50 assists as well. Yeah. There's 50 goals, 50 assists for him. I only know that because I saw it come up not so long ago that when he got his 50th. So, yeah, he's good. He's a good player, isn't he? Well, good. So
move him up another rung for me, please.
Unbelievable. I think he's
unbelievable, Jeff.
Second tier. He's got to be second tier.
Jeff.
Yeah, he's better than Fellaini.
Yeah.
Right. Just because of the last.
And we ain't got many highlights. We ain't got many high points coming in. So we might as well get someone in there now. You know what I mean?
Still going to be below the bar. Where is Mata?
You hit him.
I can't see Mata in this. Oh, there he is. There he is at the bottom. There he is. Let's move him up to unbelievable Jeff. I think that's fair because when he does play, he's quality. It's just he doesn't get enough time.
Yeah, he oozes class. So
100%.
Yeah. All right. Next up. Now there's a gap here. I'm not sure whether there's meant to be a player there, but it's 69 mil.
No, that's the total spend. That's the total spend
okay.
For that manager.
Are you getting technical on me, yeah? Right. David Moyes' total spend was 69 mil. Seriously. 69 mil.
They knew. Once they brought in Maro and they're like, listen, sorry,
you ain't getting no more.
You can't be in charge of transfers.
Yeah, no worries, Calesto. No worries, mate. No worries. What's this? Mata should be tier 3, he's saying. He's saying he should be next to Fellaini.
I'm not having that.
Nah, he was good. He's good, man.
Fellaini should be why. He never mastered his position, what he brought to do by United. He never hold on to his place in the middle or forward. All right, this is what I like to hear. This is what I want. I want people counteracting these arguments. All right, how you doing, Stephen? Good to see you in there. So I still want to hear from you. I still want to hear what you got to say in the comment section. All right. What we got next? We have got Louis van Gaal, first signing, Victor Valdez. Go on, you don't go first.
I forgot that he was even there. I forgot that he even joined. I forgot. I don't think nothing happened with it. I thought it was a good signing at the time. I thought, okay, obviously we've seen him about Barca and all that. I'm thinking, yeah, he'd do all right. But in the end, didn't really come and didn't really do anything for us, did he?
Didn't really play. So surely he's got to go under a wire.
Yeah.
Or what went wrong, really? What went wrong? Like, what the hell happened? Why did he not play
went wrong
all the time?
I'm sure. Yeah, to be fair, high expectations for Victor Valdez to come into the team, and what went wrong? Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Next up, Daley Blind. What was everyone's thoughts on Daley Blind? Danny Blind's son.
I liked him.
Versatile.
You know what? I thought he was going to be a central defensive midfielder after you could see his cultured left foot, and he wasn't that pacey. But man, did he do well at the back. Like for us, he absolutely held the back up and he was our best. He had one season where he had the most challenges and most winning challenges at the back. So for me, and his left foot playing the ball up, is lovely. Absolutely lovely. So I liked him. I really liked him. I didn't want to see him go, to be fair. I thought he was a great versatile player, like you're saying. And he always done well, even though he was not fast. Even though he's not fast. I'm not going to give the position until Garth's had his word.
Yeah, no, great. Like, like we were saying last time, also about a utility player. Like, great player to have in the squad. Defensive midfielder, centre mid, left mid. I know you don't really get that anymore. Left back, centre back. I like him a lot. He's an unbelievable for me. I think he's second tier. He has to be for what he did.
Yeah, I give him unbelievable, Jeff. Yeah. Unbelievable, Jeff.
For that price as well, 16 mil. You know what I mean? You're not getting a player like that in today's market for that sort of money. So he's another one of them underrated players as well. He goes under the radar like proper badly because he ain't. Exactly. Yeah, he ain't got no like skill. You know the strong way to put it. But you know what I mean? Like fancy tricks and anything. He just does his job, gets on with it, and he's class all the way. So.
Mm-hmm. All right. Alias, you should. Can I share this? I think I can. It's not gonna. That's not gonna impact us, is it? It shouldn't do.
I don't think so.
I'm trying to.
But
because this tier maker
on screen.
No, this tier maker is up as one that anyone can use in it, Garth.
Yeah, should be. Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Let me put it in the comments.
If not, I'll post it up on the Twitter handle afterwards. If not.
Yeah, no, it's because I can just put it in the comments, and then he's saying he wants to do one and compare it.
Yeah, fair play.
All right. Got dedicated fans here taking this proper seriously. all right. Next up is Marcos Rojo, the big boy.
You know what? He did all right for us as well. He was one of them players who are dirty and do anything they can to stop you. Wasn't the greatest defender, but did a job for us all the time. Pretty much all the time. Until towards near the end, when he had him playing left back. And I went to watch, actually. I went to Old Trafford. I was watching a game and it was like, man, you do not need to be playing left back. Like, you just don't know when to release the ball or where to play it. You continue doing the same nonsense. Flip and just get centre back and win the ball. But he did okay, to be fair. He did all right for us. He held his own. He wasn't often battered around or anything like that. So, to be fair, I'm going to give it to Garth.
Yeah, Rojo was like, when you think of a great left centre back for Man United, Argentina, you think Gabriel Heinze, and he weren't nowhere near that. So you know, what I mean, he's all right. He's another one of them players where he's come through the team and done a job for us, but he was never moving that team forward. I mean, he's at best game of two halves. I'd have him fourth tier, really. What went wrong? But what you say? What went wrong for me is where I'd have him.
Was there high expectations from Rojo came or no expectations from Rojo came?
I suppose that does change
it. For the World Cup, wasn't it?
Mm.
It was a World Cup, so we thought it was a good player from Argentina, left centre back, going to come in and boss it. Fair. He ended up being a utility defensive midfielder, defender. So to be fair, it's a game of two halves. I think a game of two halves. I don't think.
Yeah, that's more fair.
I think he's in the same mold as Fellaini. I think.
Yeah.
All right. Next up from Louis van Gaal was Ander Herrera, cult hero, some would say.
Baller! That's what he is. He's a baller. That's what that guy is. He looked so small. I thought, wow, I wonder if he's going to be able to hold his own in England. But man, he's got the extra bit of nous about him in midfield. He does that. He's thinking on another level of other players at times. I loved him. I just loved him because you don't see that a lot in midfielders. You know, like you get what you get when you look at a McTominay or Fred. You know everything they're going to do. But when the ball comes to someone like Herrera, he'll see things before. Yeah, give me the ball, bang. Give me the ball, bang. And you'll do things where he can see it already before it's happened, and he's putting it there. I love it. I love him. And he was a great midfielder for us. I don't know why there's times when he wasn't playing as well. But man, when he did play, I liked him a lot. And we did miss him a lot when he left as well. So to be fair, I'm putting him unbelievable, Jeff.
All right. Garth, what you giving him?
Yeah, couldn't agree more. Yeah, he's one of the few that's close to that top tier. Out of this lot, he's top tier.
Yeah.
Like out of these transfers, he's top tier, but he ain't quite there. We could do with Ander Herrera but we just gave him to Everton on loan, didn't we? But we could do that sort of player so badly at the moment. Calm, but like
Totally.
Little sly one.
Totally. yeah.
But
That's
yeah,
bare-assed as well.
yeah.
Left
But yeah,
us
unbelievable.
totally bare-assed.
Yeah,
We're so bare-assed. Ridiculous.
Madness. But yeah, great player, unbelievable.
Do you think he's underrated by Man United fans or other fans?
Yeah, by everyone. I don't know if people know enough about that kind of position to play in, where he makes such a difference without actually looking like, all glitzy in that. He just makes a massive difference to a team. He's like the, like a Tielemans in Leicester and stuff. He's like that kind of player. He's like the engine room doing his bits quietly. And like what we saw from West Ham the other day with Rice. He was just doing his bits. Obviously, different type of player, but like the same kind of effect on the team. And that's what I think. Like he'll be a big miss when they're not playing in their team. They're big misses in midfield.
Yeah. All right. Ander Herrera is close to an unbelievable Jeff. No, he is an unbelievable Jeff. He's close to a Cantona level signing. Could have been the first one. And Moyes tried to sign him as well, didn't he?
Not sure.
Was it Moyes that tried to sign him and then he got
shut
down?
Yeah, I think, I remember when Giggs was saying something about he's not a Man United type of player. I remember that.
Ooh,
I remember Giggs when he just took over for a week or two. And he said, no, I don't think he's a Man United type of player. I was thinking, that's weird. We brought him in anyway, so that's good.
Bilbao, though, it's one of them clubs where it takes a couple of years to get a transfer done with them a lot of the time, innit?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
If anyone's played Champ Manager, Basque.
Yeah.
Don't be Atletico Bilbao, mate, because you can only get those players from Basque. Luke Shaw. £34 million from Southampton, 8 years still there, 205 games, 3 goals. Who's going?
Unbelievable, Jeff. No chance. Nah, he's not unbelievable for me.
I was going to say, no way.
Got you there, done you there. Seriously, this guy, I expected a lot more because I've seen him up and down for Southampton and stuff and looking good. And when he came in, I thought, a player that could possibly play there for a while. Then he just didn't really live up to expectations. Then every manager that came in said he wasn't fit enough and just not involved. And then obviously when he did play, he looked okay at times. And then he got the big injury. Then he had to come back from that. So he's had a up and down time, to be fair. So he's definitely game of two halves. He had a great season the season before. This season, he's just gone back to the other. It's a game of last half there, first half last season and second half this season. So to be fair, he's definitely sitting in that middle spot. Definitely.
All right. So he's going for game of two halves.
100.
Yeah.
So it is that if anything describes Luke Shaw, it's that. It's
this category could be called
brilliant.
Luke Shaw.
Yeah, it shouldn't be called Luke Shaw. It should be called Luke Shaw. Yeah, because on his day, he could be unstoppable, world class, whipping those balls. But you can't be cast as world class if you only have a on your day. Like,
nah, man.
Yeah, he's
you say that word, that means you're not world class on your day. On his day.
On his day.
Great.
Yeah.
When's his day? Once every year.
Once every few games when Tellez gets a game and then he decides that actually I fancy playing again. So he steps out.
That's what's more annoying with Luke Shaw is he has periods of form. Like, and you always think that this is going to be it, and then it evaporates again. Yeah, he has 6 weeks of great form. And you're like, this is it. Here we go. The Luke Shaw this is the Luke Shaw that we bought. Then it goes again. You know what I mean? It's weird. It's weird.
Yeah, it's a nightmare, mate.
All right. Next up, we have Angel Di Maria, £60 million from Real Madrid. He was there for 1 year, 32 games, 4 goals. He went on to be sold for £44 million to PSG. Garth is shaking his head. We'll start with you, Garth. What's your thoughts here?
I never understood this transfer.
What,
why? Look, fair. I sort of understood it. It was to back the manager. It's like he wanted a big name. We got the big name, but then to just get rid of him after 1 year. Yeah. Angel Di Maria, it's a mad. This just showed the shambolic backroom dealings at Man United, taking a 20 mil hit basically on Angel Di Maria after you've got through the painful year. Like you got through that painful year now. You've got to give him a second year. Like he's acclimatized. You know, I'm like, you have to give him a set. But that's a why for me. Only because I don't understand what was going on. Like how madness, man. It's like I could talk about how much this upsets me all day. That Angel Di Maria transfer.
Nathan, what's your thoughts on Angel Di Maria?
I felt this guy came in, world-class player for me, world-class player. And United at the time of transition, we didn't have any players of that level. The players had gone. And I felt like he was left to do it on his own. And when you double up on a player like that, you're going to be able to stop him. And then it was just, right, we need to get some more players in to help him to build that kind of team, to be way better when we say we create the overload, that's when Di Maria will kill you. And it was like Memphis Depay as well. He then came, but he was in and out, was asleep. But we didn't have a team he wasn't a player that gets on it and runs at you and does stuff on his own. He's a link-up player. So we had this player, and I think we just didn't have the team around him to build it. And then, like you say, they get rid of him, knowing that he wasn't the problem. It was the other players that were the problem. But we ended up getting rid of him like fools. We had an amazing player like that who's had the most assists, I don't know, I think ever. One of the most assists in the history of Champions League and all this for Real Madrid. And then we go and get rid of him. Come on. Stupid. He was in and out of form because of our problem and the inconsistencies in our team. The guy ends up being in a game of two halves. But seriously, for me, it was what went wrong in the end. And what went wrong was the team went wrong. The team went wrong, not him. The team. Just exactly what Garth said. Who's behind all of this saying get rid of him? Of all people. You stupid.
What's it say? Di Maria is a top player, the best post-Fergie era player. But his family took a hit and he wanted to leave. What a start. Yeah. But he didn't like the Manchester area. And I think he made that quite clear. Once that happens, So, where would you go? What went wrong? Is it a why? What would you say?
What went wrong in it? Like, what actually went wrong was his house got burgled. And
I feel like you want to actually know. I feel like you want answers. The way you said that, I feel like you want answers.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. That is bad. It does upset, but they're the sort of things that if you're having a good time on the field with the team, you know what I mean. You fight through that stuff, don't you? But when it's just bad, like it was for us at that time, bad on the pitch, bad everywhere. You know what I mean. So, but disappointing. We never got to see the best of him.
Again, this is what I said to Garth earlier. I said that the names that I've seen when I'm looking at the post-era Fergie players. Yeah, post-Fergie era players are ridiculous. The next one, Falcao, €6 million loan, Monaco, 1 year, 29 games, 4 goals. What went wrong? I mean, sorry, what happened?
You're damn right. You're damn right. You're damn right. You know exactly where he's going to be. Yeah, man. The guy comes in, and, it's all I know is I've heard this guy's a top striker. I didn't see him much. I didn't watch him much. But all I knew is one of them top strikers, And then he comes in and we're like, right. I know he came from PSG, right? Was it PSG?
Monaco, isn't it?
Monaco. Then he went PSG afterwards, maybe.
Was it Chelsea?
But yeah. Oh, yeah. He
come from Monaco and then he went on loan to Chelsea. And then he went...
Didn't really do much there.
Yeah, I think he went to China after that.
Yeah, well, look, he's a player who we knew could score goals, but again, we was a team in transition, not able to provide him too much. at the same time, he's having to get his confidence back. It wasn't a recipe, was it, for success? It was a recipe for the disaster. And that's the problem. We didn't have someone in behind going, I know football. Listen, bring this guy, bring that guy, we'll work to work. Nah. You got to work properly. You got to know what you're doing. And they just made a mistake there, innit? They made a mistake bringing him in at the wrong time. When you've got it's like, we know how it is anyway. If you haven't got ability to provide something for a player who needs the ball, what's the point? You need to get a player who can run with it and make goals of his own if that's the problem. So we didn't have a footballing man. And as you say, DOF, that's what you need in it, director of football. And for us, I think, why did we bring him in? It's what went wrong. It was why did we bring him in and what went wrong as well, isn't it? Because what went wrong was we had the wrong team, same like Di Maria. And then it was not why did you bring him in? Because we knew what we wanted. We wanted a top striker. So for me, it's what went wrong. What went wrong was the team was wrong, once again. So yeah, for me, I'm not giving him a why. That's not fair. Why wasn't Falcao? No one said Falcao came in. Why are we buying him for?
Yeah.
He's wrong. He's good.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's see how good he can do for us. Let's see if we can bring back the levels for us. That's what it was. But yeah, he didn't. Did
he join Man United off of the injury? Or was it after?
After the injury. Yeah.
All right. So
we were the first thing after it, though. We were straight up, we're straight off his injury.
So could it have been that? Could it have been injury that was the problem?
That's why Chelsea took a punt after us.
Yeah, but they knew that you've got to be able to provide, and if you can't provide, oh no, I'm gonna have to take a look at some highlights of his again. I'll see what it looked like.
He was really bad. What year did he go to Man United? I'm trying to see what his stats were the year before.
2015, 16, we had him.
So 2016-17, he's played 29 goals, 29 games, scored 21 goals, got 5 assists. In all competition, he played 43 and scored 30 and got 6 assists. So that was a good year. I'm guessing the next year might have been Man United.
Yeah.
No, the following year was 26 games, 18 goals in 17-18. What happened? He did it. He did it right afterwards. Then.
So I'm saying you got to get in the wrong team, mate. I'm telling you, there's players who are top dogs for teams. Go to a different team, you're finished. If you don't have the same kind of people around you, you're not going to get the best out of you. I'm telling you.
2014 is when he was at Man United. 2015. And the season before it's probably when he got his injury. Only played 17 games, but still scored 9 goals. So it was literally just that period at Man United where he had a bad season, and it's probably the fact it went wrong. Sergio Romero only got released last year. From Sampdoria on a free, 61 games for Man United, probably the majority of them in cup games. Who's going first here?
I don't mind.
Go on.
Romero. I like Romero. I thought he was a good keeper, very good keeper. Everyone said he's probably the best number 2 in the world.
Yeah, he was. Man United had De Gea and Herrera at the time.
Yeah. Seriously, every time he came in, he kept a clean sheet. Every time he pretty much every time, 95% of the times he kept a clean sheet, and he looked comfortable and good at everything. The only time, the odd occasion he'd let a goal, when he did let a goal in, sometimes it was a goal that you think, I wonder if there was there, he would have saved it. That's the only time, only once in a while though. But seriously, the guy was very, very good, done his job well, kept quiet and continued doing what he's doing. Simple as that. And I just wondered why the hell we get rid of him when we could have given him a chance to play more games. I don't think that was fair, getting rid of him the way we did and treating him the way we did. To be honest, I'm not going to give him less than that second spot. I can't give him third spot. It's not fair. How can I put him in the foul? He's not a game of 2 halves because he done well whenever he played. So he was unbelievable, Jeff, again. There should be one in between that, to be fair. But yeah, he was an unbelievable Jeff then. It's hard. I can't give him a game 2 halves. He never played good then bad. He played good all the time. So I'm giving him unbelievable, Jeff. I don't care what anyone says.
But what would be in between?
I don't know. I don't know how to call it.
There's no
just steady Eddie, like just steady Eddie and steady Eddie or so.
Yeah, it's not a bad shout. It's not a bad shout. Not a bad shout.
Get a steady time. Steady.
Garth, what would you give him?
Yeah, man. Yeah, he's second tier. He done the job that he's brought in to do. So he's all day, unbelievable.
Bit of a sour note on his leaving.
But we done him dirty, didn't we?
Yeah.
Was it Mourinho? Mourinho done him dirty in the UEFA Cup, didn't he? Played him all through.
Oh yeah.
And then took him out for the final. Oh no, Solskjaer. Sorry, Solskjaer
took him out for the final.
Yeah, took him out for the final and played De Gea, didn't he? Done him dirty, and so I mean it's understandable he wanted to leave off that. Yeah, lost some penalties as well.
And he didn't save any penalties. Not one penalty did he save. That.
and he missed it. Didn't he? Was it?
It's hurting from that one as well.
Yeah.
When did De Gea that missed it? Yeah. No, he's good. He's a great backup. Man United always had good backup goalkeepers. He was a good backup goalkeeper.
And when you think he was, remember Van der Gaal?
Yeah, that was my favourite, mate. Van der Gaal was my favourite, bro. He was one of the best, bro.
Purple top.
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
He was just like Solskjaer. He just like Schmeichel. To be fair, he reminded me of Schmeichel. I was like. He does everything similar. Wow.
But I swear back in the day, everyone, the top teams had a good second goalkeeper. Arsenal had Alex Manninger. And it got to a point where it's like, oh, is it Seaman or Manninger? Go with Manninger. Next up, Bastion Schweitzeiger, £8 million. Bayern Munich. He was there for 2 years, 35 games, 2 goals, left on a free to Chicago Fire. Was you expecting big things from Bastion Schweitzeiger when he came?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Disappointed.
Yeah.
Oh,
didn't Mourinho banish him? Is that what happened with him in the end? He banished him to the youth team. Yeah, to the youth team, didn't he? Yeah, disgraceful behaviour. Disgusting.
The guy's professional, you know.
Why does he do that? Absolutely. You know it. A German legend, World Cup winner, comes to United, gets stuck in the youth team. Took it well though, didn't he?
Go train with the youth, boys. Yeah, go train with the youth. You're over there today. No, for
why was
time,
it?
Actually.
What didn't work?
Nothing didn't work. He just didn't let him try and play his game. That's what happened. And he thought Schweinsteiger and them boys could handle it. They ain't the levels. They ain't the levels that Schweinsteiger had. I know he's a bit old, so I was wondering whether he still got it or not. Mm-hmm. But then he never really got the chance to show if he's got anything, really. I know he wasn't that fast anyway, but in terms of having the ball, keeping it and stuff, I thought a very good player to bring in for experience to help the younger players as well. We got Carrick getting to his older ages as well. But it proved that Carrick was still head and shoulders above all these guys, to be fair. But in the end, Schweinsteiger, he ended up being a...
Donny van der Beek.
Why the hell we bring him in? Yeah.
There we go. There we go. Donny wasn't the first one. Right. Donny was the original. Bastion was the original Donny. It was free Bastion. Like, what is it? What's the never-ending story? Right. What we got next? We've got Matio Darmian. 16 million from Torino. There for 4 years, 92 games, 1 goal. Sold for £1.4 million to Parma. What's your thoughts on Darmian?
Go on, man.
Darmian Darmian was an average fullback, weren't he? Squad player, you know what I mean? There's not much to say about him, really. He's a... That's that meh category I was talking about. I should have said that. Meh, he's all right. He was all right. You know what I mean? He was a typical Italian defender, wasn't he? Italian fullback. Like what you think is a classic, good on the ball, calm, but the pace of the Premiership. I'm surprised how many games he got, though, to be fair. 90-something games, 4 years. That's fair enough. But yeah, no, he was all right. 4th or 3rd tier. Game of 2 halves, in it. Game of 2 halves for Darmian. He done a job. He done what he was meant to do. So...
Probably better at left back and he's a right back. That's just weird, isn't it?
Yeah, one of them ones. Yeah.
Yeah. Like he couldn't cross the ball. I thought, why can't you cross the ball? Get down the wings. Get down the full as a fullback, overlap and cross some balls in. Never was ever able to do that. You always thought, you know what, he's just going to defend to an average level, and that's about it. It's kind of like a Wan-Bissaka, but obviously Wan-Bissaka is way better defensively. Like, same going forward, you're not going to get nothing out of him at all. And
what are these scouts doing then? How are they picking up the same type of player?
I don't know. I thought Darmian was he was odds on to become better, like be one of them players that you grow into one of the better defenders of Italy. But man, he just didn't make the grade. I remember when we got torn by Arsenal and he was right back, and I was like, you know what, man's got torn. You don't get torn at United. You can't play here. And I always felt like weak when we had him in the side, because you get torn like that. You just feel like, nah, you can't be part of a Man United defense if you're getting torn like this. So yeah, that was my nightmare. I always remembered Arsenal ripping United. I can't remember what the score was, but it's like 3-0 within 10 minutes or something stupid. And I don't know who tore him down the left, but I think it might have even been. I know Walcott's fast, but I can't remember who it was. And we got torn that day, absolutely torn to shreds, and it was his fault. And so where never was the same ever since. I'm putting him flipping game of 2 hours. You're right. It was a game of 2 hours. It wasn't really what went wrong. It was kind of in that game of 2 hours. It's not fair because you've got Fellaini and Rojo in there, and Darmian, he wasn't as good as them.
No, yeah, Darmian's got no, he's a fourth tier. If you think about it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, he's a fourth tier player.
What went wrong? What went wrong with this guy? Yeah, we expected more. Wrong. What the hell went wrong? Yeah, you're right.
All right, Memphis Depay, 31 million. The youngster from PSV Eindhoven, who was only there for 2 years, 53 games, 7 goals. Later went on to move to Lyon for 22 million, and he's now Barcelona with Pierre. All right.
He came at the wrong time. I'm going to go with this one. He came at the wrong time. A time of obviously we were disjointed. We needed to have more players in and around that were dangerous, that would be taking the limelight. But whenever he came on, everyone just said, listen, let's just stop him. And we stop everything. And we didn't have much pace at that time, to be fair. And he was asked to really be like a Ryan Giggs. He's not a Ryan Giggs. He's a pop and move, like I said. He needs to link with people, get the ball. He's got a great shot on him. He's got a good free kick on him. But he needs to link. It's like, like Lingard, what he does with us at the moment. Lingard is a link man. He's not a runner. Well, he scored a couple of runners. But you know what I mean? Overall, you're a link man. And he didn't get to do his job. The pressure became too much straight away, a bit too early. And then it was one of them ones where it's like that, the Forlan situation. It's going on a bit too long now. You're not going to make it here. You're going to have to move on. And that's what happened in the end. It's just like, I've got to move. I need a different scenery. I need to get it happening. I'll wait to give my position until when Garth says what he's saying.
So,
go on, Garth.
Garth, do you think Man United could have got more of him? Do you think it was a good time to let go?
We should look. I thought Depay had all of the potential to be an excellent Premier League player, like proper top end Premier League player. The power, the pace, the scoring ability. But yeah, we didn't play him properly, so it's another one of the ones we could definitely have got more out of him. Like this is Angel Di Maria again. Like we definitely could, and it's Mourinho again. This is why I dislike Mourinho as a manager. Yeah, he wins stuff, but he has to make statement pieces. Banishing Schweinsteiger to the reserves because you don't like his style. Like benching Depay, even though like he did nothing wrong. You know what I mean? Like I went this later on, so why we sold him. Also, he was struggling because we had that was Rashford, Martial, Depay. All of these left forwards trying to fight for one position at one point as well, you know what I mean?
Van Gaal's got Paul, mate. Sorry, I'm looking through this year. And I'm looking at the players. Van Gaal has got the Paul.
Yeah.
100%.
He's a man. He's the man.
He is the man.
He just needed another year, I'm telling you.
Yeah, man.
I'm looking at this year and I'm like, Mourinho players are of a specific type. They are very much a type of player. Van Gaal has got weldies in there. Absolute weldies. And if you even look at the clubs that you end up having to sell them on to, Ajax, Boca, PSG, Lyon, like these are not small clubs. These are fashionable clubs. Yeah. I'm not saying that Van Gaal's the man who should have been Man United.
No, he definitely should have. Yeah, it's disgraceful what he did to him.
He should have stayed.
Yeah,
he brought through the youth. I think he played some good football, but with the wrong players because he didn't have the players yet. But we managed to keep the ball for 75% of the time with dead players. So imagine he just continued to buy the better players and then fix it up. I'll be like, oh my gosh, this guy playing some ball. We will play like City are playing now. Like that's what he had them playing. Keep ball football.
Then why do you think they got rid of him?
Because they thought that they could. Everyone was moaning that it was boring because we wasn't winning all the time. But it's all a process. But what Van Gaal did is he brought in his way of football, and then he was going to bring in his players. He even found young players in the youth. I'm going to bring him in. Let's bring Varela in. Let's bring these players in. We had what's the left back now? Left back. He even played. He had a great left foot, but he didn't look the best. He's kind of mad. Boffett Jackson. He played left back, crossing great balls in the box. Not that he was a great player, but my point is he needed what he needed, and he brought them in the team, and he had the right way of playing. Look what we got now. We got Rangnick, who can't enforce his way of playing even with these players. Why is that? How comes Van Gaal could, but then he's boring? But then why don't Rangnick just enforce his way of playing with these great players? Imagine Van Gaal now with these boys. I'm telling you, we'd be playing some off-the-park stuff, but everyone's thinking, oh, he's not that good. He won the FA Cup. Look, Martial did well. Rashford's coming in. You know, he gave Rashford his chance. He gave Varela games. I was thinking maybe Varela is going to be our right back. You know, he did all right. And then even what's his name was playing? The centre-back for the Holland centre-back you were talking about the other day, Garth. He might become good. He didn't obviously do well in the end. What's his name?
Fosu Mensah.
Fosu Mensah had all the power and stuff, but obviously not the experience yet. But man, he was bringing things into play. He was making things happen, and he just got rid of him. See you later. Thingy's ready. You know, we're going to get titles. Forget about anything. We need titles. Let's get Mourinho. We're getting titles. And we ruined a good thing. A good thing there. It wasn't the right time to get rid of him. Ruined a good thing, mate.
Yeah. Disgraceful what we done to him. But we'd missed out. That's what it was. The board they'd missed out Mourinho before, hadn't they? The high-profile sign of Mourinho. So when we became available, it was they'd find any excuse to get rid of it. Because I don't think there was that many fans that were that upset with Van Gaal. You know what I mean? We just won the FA Cup. Like there was no real overwhelming sentiment that we wanted him out. Like at the end of Solskjaer's days. But
and surely there was more disdain for the fact that you got rid of him the day afterwards, as soon as he lifted the FA Cup.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's real bad.
I didn't like that. On his way into the changing room.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, mate. On your way, mate, just take all your stuff as well, yeah? All right.
Yeah.
Liberty. Absolutely.
What do we got next? We've got Morgan Schneiderlin, £32 million French international from Southampton. Only there for 2 years, 47 games, 1 goal.
Dead.
Yeah.
We had Everton fans not happy with him. Was he that bad? Why did he look so good at Southampton?
You know what? Because he's at Southampton. That's why.
Yeah.
So when you're at a lower team, you might think he looks all right. But look, come United, and I was like, okay, let's see if he's any good. Everyone raving on about him. Rubbish. Nothing. He didn't provide nothing for Man United. I was thinking, why the hell have we got this player? No offense, but this is United. I'm not saying he's rubbish, as a football player, but for United standards in midfield, it's rubbish. We need way more better than that. We can't be dealing with that level. This is not good enough, mate. Not good enough.
Garth, thoughts on Morgan Schneiderlin?
Yeah. Didn't know why we signed him at the time. Again, it was a weird one. Out of nowhere, we're signing Morgan Schneiderlin.
It was fashionable at the time. There was a lot of hype
to buy from Southampton. Yeah, to buy from Southampton. That's why.
A lot of even fans were like, "Oh yeah, Morgan Schneiderlin, another long-range screamer."
Yeah.
Oh, Morgan Schneiderlin. I know at Arsenal there was a lot of talk about Morgan Schneiderlin, and then
he is so bog average. I know Nathan's trying to be nice, people like that. He's so bog average for Man United. We have a go at Fred and McTominay, but they are so much better. Like he's just an average foot, like Premiership quality, obviously. Like I know what Nathan's trying to say. He's not rubbish because obviously he plays in the Premier League, but yeah, he ain't top tier team. Like he's 4th tier on this list. Like he all day, if not, you know what I mean, all day. Yeah, for me anyway. I don't know about you, Nate, but yeah, for me, I mean.
He's a white.
He is. He's 5th tier. He's 5th tier.
He's a white.
Yeah, he's 5th tier.
Like, why the hell did he come in? Why did he bring him in? Not what went wrong. It's just a why.
Yeah.
Why? Morgan Snyding is a why. Anthony Martial, I didn't realise he was still Van Gaal era as well. Van Gaal did well for you lot with regards to bringing in signings, bringing in the names, bringing in the higher profile players.
He came in, set the world on fire. And to be fair, he's not far off Rashford's record at the minute, even though he's gone through some good and bad spells with United, to be fair. And he's been a victim as well of the way we've been playing as well. Because, like I said, I've liked him. And I've been at stages thinking, man, it's not your fault. Then I've been thinking, but you're not doing yourself any justice. So he got a few things in there, and it's all just annoying. So I'm gonna have to put him. I love him. I do love him, and I hate him as well at times. I'm putting him in a game of 2 halves. It's got to be a game of 2 halves. There's nothing else that he can be other than a game of 2 halves. He can't be anything else. Game of 2 halves, mate.
Game of 2 halves for Nathan. What are you going for, Garth?
Yeah. He, at this stage now, he is just like Nani. I used to love Nani. Like I used to think he's a great player. But at Man United, we can't afford you only to turn up once every 6 games, mate. You know what I mean? Once every 5 games or 2 on the bounce, then go missing for 3 games. You've got to be consistent. And Martial just isn't anyway. Like, yeah. Hopefully, at Sevilla, like, you know what I mean? It'll become a bags, man. It the world will like come back and recapture his place. But yeah, at the moment, to
recapture his place, hopefully. Yeah, he's getting sold on. He gets sold.
Well, would you say that? But obviously, Cavani's gone. You know, I mean, others have gone. There's spaces there for him again now. So at the end of the season, so who knows? Who knows? But yeah, 3rd tier.
All right, and then we get into the Mourinho era, 2016 to 2019. His first purchase is Manchester United former player Paul Pogba, £90 million. From Juventus. He's been there 6 years. He's still there. He's just about to leave at the end of the season, though. Let's not get it twisted. It's 212 games, 38 goals from the French magician. What are you saying?
I'm going to go with
he loved
this guy.
Mourinho at United. He bought Alexis Sanchez off Arsenal.
He came in, done well, done very well first season. Second season pretty much carried us, did all he could do for, you know, I don't know what Man United fans wanted from him, expected him to be like the defender, midfielder and attacker all in one, you know, break everything up and run past everyone and smash everyone off the ball and be top scorer and top assist. But at the time...
We're not asking much, mate. You know? Just an all-round player, yeah?
Yeah, just be our top scorer and everything. Yeah, and and don't allow him any bad game. But seriously, in a team of such transition, I think he's done himself a lot of justice. At times he's not played as well, but that's going to happen. But I understand this situation. Without him, we're majorly different team. And with him, we're definitely much, much better. And for the most part, I really look back and I think he's done really well. Overall, he's done well. He could have done a lot better, but he's still not in a mediocre positions. I'm putting him in an unbelievable Jeff area. I can't put him at Cantona level signing, and I can't put him at game of 2 halves. I just can't. He's done too much to say that he's a game of 2 halves. That's where I'm putting him. Simple.
That's a speech there. Garth, what are you going for on Martial?
Pogba.
Oh, Pogba, sorry.
Yeah, because if that diatribe was about Martial, then we've got to have a different conversation. We need a different conversation right now, I tell you. Because apparently, like, I agree with everything you've just said, but that might have to go out the window. You know what I mean? No, yeah. For me, Pogba, mate, look, he's world class. Exactly what Nathan's saying. People were expecting him to be some kind of like all-encompassing player, but he was never that. When you look at his stats for Juventus, they're very similar. The goals to and assists to game ratio is exactly the same as what he's done for Man United, pretty much. Like for me, he's top of that second tier. I'd go as far as putting him top tier player, mate. Top tier. At a different time, if he had the right players around him, if he had the right players, exactly what Nathan's saying, if he had the right players around him and played week in, week out in his best position, you'd be talking about him being one of the world's best players. You know what I mean?
Do you think a lot of the criticism came because of the fact he was 90 million, and at that time, 90 million pounds for any player was astronomical?
Yeah, of course it does, but it's also like, especially in England, we like to tear down people who are a bit cocky and a bit flamboyant and a bit. Yeah. We'd love to do it over it. The media love to do it. You know what I mean? So there's always that extra bit of waiting for him to do something to tear him down as well. You know what I mean? But I don't think he's done bad, man. It's exactly what Nathan's saying. I don't think he's had a bad time at Manchester before Man United. We're just awful. So they have been awful for years, and it's you know what I mean. Like, so yeah, but it's their second tier. I go with Nathan saying second tier all day.
Unbelievable, Jeff. That would surprise some people. I mean, even just looking at the people in the unbelievable Jeff, they're going to be looking at that thinking, really? Juan Mata, Daley Blind, Ander Herrera, Romero, and Paul Pogba.
All good players.
Very good players. Who we got next? We have got Mkhitaryan. He was bought for £26 million from Borussia Dortmund, only there for 2 years, 63 games, 13 goals.
I expected more from him, to be fair. He came here off the back of player of the season over in Dortmund, doing really, really well for them. You know, there was a team that was ridiculous. They had great players, are very direct, and he got the rewards for it. He came to United. It was another Kagawa situation where he came to United thinking the same kind of football is going to be played and the same kind of, you know, direct football passing and seeing people through the lines. And they're there making the runs and wanting it. And United just not looking at them passes and never was able to just get them in. So we never used them properly. We never, ever used these kind of players properly. Mkhitaryan, and like I said, Kagawa was another top player who never, ever looked like he was anything for us. Unfortunate. He's not the best finisher, but I'm sure he would have got into more positions and, you know, and scored more goals. But it was a very fast, central attacking midfielder. I liked what I saw of him, and I just wanted to see more. But man,
his problem is he's finishing.
United. Yeah, that was not the best. But my point is, how was he doing so well in Dortmund? You know, so well in that team. We played a season. But it's his that kind of football. Sancho now is getting the same kind of thing. He's having to adjust his game. He's making runs, and people are not finding him in the direct passes. Rangnick's going to change that, but that's the problem. There's 3 players from Dortmund now that have come in, and the exact happened with all 3 of them. All because they don't play proper football. We don't play risk football. We play zero risk football. Get hold of it, take 10 touches, find someone that's open, never lose it. Don't lose it. Forget about trying to find someone. Just don't lose it. Get take it. You know, rubbish. We need to be able to be better at that, and that's what's causing some of these players to have bad time at Man United. So to be fair, if you're talking about where we're putting him, he was game of 2 halves. Game of 2 halves. One day he plays well, next day he's not. Or what went wrong? Probably more what went wrong. Probably more what went wrong, to be fair.
He's full tier. He's full tier, mate.
What went wrong. I'd say what went wrong. I think Man United got the same Mkhitaryan that Arsenal got, which was a lot of energy, a lot of pace, good work rate. When he's on it, he's on it. But even when he's on it, he might not score that goal or he might not get that assist, which really gives you that sort of, he had a great game. It was always a bit like, he weren't bad today. And it just, that ended up just getting frustrating. And you just got wound up with him. So, but a good player, a very good player.
Yeah.
Mkhitaryan. All right. Zlatan Ibrahimovic came on a free from PSG, 2 years, 53 games, 29 goals. What are you going for?
Go on, go.
Zlatan, awesome. Look, them stats alone, like he's still. I just had a look at it the other day. He's got 18 and 12 or 18 13 in Italy this season alone as well. He's a monster of a player.
Mm-hmm.
Look, really good player. Really good player. Should have kept him for a couple more years as well. To be fair, I'd go second tier for him all day. Zlatan.
Where you going, Nathan?
Oh, you know what? This guy.
You want to go for top, didn't you?
Yeah, I wouldn't say no. Yeah.
He's Cantona-esque, mate. He came in and done what he's supposed to do. He was the man. Even at his old age, he didn't care. Man just come in. He's the top man for the club, and he was like Cantona. Is that Cantona feeling for me?
Yes.
Seriously.
Yeah.
He was serious.
And as well, he had that persona. He had that aura around him as well, which that you got to have that. You can't just be. You got to act like one as well, and he does.
Yeah, he was the man.
Yeah.
Seriously. He's head and shoulders above people, and he's older, not that fast anymore. But man, could he score goals for fun? And this is what people saying that he's not got pace up front, but still kept scoring, still danger, man. Anywhere in the air, if you smash, score free kicks along the floor. Don't need to get it over the wall. Man's just ridiculous. Anyway, he's ridiculous.
Eric Bailey. Nathan, go on. I know you want to speak.
Leave this one for Nathan.
He is Cantona-esque, mate. Cantona-esque.
Give him the one shot. Give him the one shot. There it is.
Listen, your boy's on screen.
Eric Bailly.
I'll give you the microphone. There you go, Nathan.
Eric Bailly came into Man United and done a great job first season. Straight away, I was like, yes, I like this player. Defended really, really well. And he was shown to be a great signing for us. Defended well, and nobody could handle. I remember playing against Vardy, and he was like, "Come on, let's race. I don't care. I'll take you." And I think that was one of his first games. He done really, really well against him, and he just loved the challenge. He relished the challenge of any good players, any fast players, any strong. He was always there, just a rash, winning everything. And I remember times when he was just on his own. And one time he lost he got very tired because he'd done so much work to try and help the defense. I can't remember who we played, but he was just like, he was doing two people's jobs at times. But then the injuries came. And then it was like, you're in, you're out, you're shaking it all about. You was just so in and out. It was ridiculous. And then I was just thinking, is this guy ever going to be fit again? Like, are we ever going to see him play like 2 games in a trot? That's what was annoying. And that's what always was annoying. I kept going, thinking, yes, he's back, injured. Yes, he's back, injured. And then all of a sudden, it's like, nah, mate, you're going to end up going. And then he's fit. He's now become fit and not been injured for a long time. So I just hope it continues and hope he can get himself back in and be a first choicer again, because he lost his first choice position due to injuries, not due to playing and how he played. Mm-hmm. And all this talk about him, red card city, he doesn't get many red cards. Look at his stats for his whole career. He doesn't have many red cards. So for me, he doesn't get sent off like twice a season, 3 times a season. It doesn't happen. So I know he's a bit on the rash side, but really, to be fair, I don't care. I don't see any player better than him at back apart from Varane that we've got. So anyway, I'm liking him. Only reason why he's a game of 2 halves is because he's the injury of 2 halves. I'd put him in the injury of 2 halves. But seriously, if he wasn't injured, I'd put him in unbelievable, Jeff. Simple. If he wasn't injured,
Eric Bailly has managed to get his own section midway through the show. Now, if that's not teacher's pet favoritism, I don't know what is. I do not know what is. No. I'm not even going to ask you your opinion, Gar, because after that, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's not even important.
Nathan's out here squashing conspiracy theories about him as well, you know what I mean? Don't get no red cards. Man don't get no red cards.
The red string across the room. Eric Bailey's last 4 challenges. Got the ball.
Stop hating on it.
He ain't having it. He ain't having it. All right. Who we got next? We've got Nemanja Matic, £40 million from Chelsea. He's been there 6 years. He's still there now. 177 appearances, 4 goals. Good servant.
Yeah, he's done well. I'll quickly go on that one. When he first came through, he showed his quality. I think we played at Old Trafford and he bossed the whole game. We had him, Pogba, we had Rashford and Martial swapping on the left. And I remember he was bossing that game, popping the ball around. And you could see that's what we needed in midfield. Someone that can come in and be a replacement for Carrick. He's not as good as Carrick for me, no chance. But listen, he was a replacement that was just enough. And we thought, right, he can take over for maybe a year or two until we find someone else. But he's ended up staying there for far too long. And, his legs have just continued giving up on him. But he's still got the ability on the ball. But like I say, off the ball, he's just not there. He's not at the races enough. He did actually redeem himself a bit this year, to be fair. I felt like his legs had gone a lot last year. And they seem to have come back a bit. So he has been a saving grace for us at times. Because of the quality that we've been showing in there. So, yeah, to be fair, overall, I think he's done a good enough job. Not a great job, but he's done a good enough job. So, yeah, I'm putting him a game of 2 halves. It's not unbelievable, is he? So, yeah, nothing went wrong. So, he's in there and around that area, yeah, for me. I'm giving him that.
What we got next? We've got Romelu Lukaku, £75 million from Everton. Only there for 2 years, 96 games, 42 goals. Can you really call him a flop with that record? That's a good record.
Yeah, he's not a flop. He just fell out with Solskjaer, didn't he? It's more personal. It's more personal than form on the pitch, weren't it? So, yeah, good player, though, mate. Although he's having a tough time again, though, isn't he? He's having a tough time with Chelsea now, isn't he? With Thomas Tuchel as well. So it's obviously, like,
Romelu needs to be loved.
He's a good striker, yeah? He's a very good striker. He's one of those top strikers that are not world-class. Like, he's not in that bracket of he's going to score you 2 goals in 1 chance. He's not. He's not the Agueros. He's not the Van Persie. No matter how good, he is very good, but he's not that tier. Like the top tier, he's not right up there. He's just below it. A very, very good striker, but I think everyone was upset because they are used to a Van Persie. They're used to a Ibra. They're used to a Cantona. They're used to these kind of players who are bagging for fun and scored the most hardest chances and also score against the big boys all the time. Like goals that they can't stop. Not mistake goals where you can win it against PSG and score, a tap-in. I'm talking, whoa, what a goal. That can't be stopped by any defender. Mm-hmm. He doesn't often do that against the big boys. We know that. And that's what United were always screaming out for. But he was a great replacement. He was a great, there was no other players like that out there that you can go and buy. So he was the next best thing. And I don't think there's any shame in that. He did really, really well for United. But like I said, just fell short for me of being that world-class type of forward that we know. And he's still unbelievable, Jeff. He's still unbelievable, Jeff.
Garth, are you going for that?
Yeah. Great player. Great player. Just unfortunate, yeah. I think that's the other thing. Like, when they're saying you expect him to turn up and just start banging them from everywhere, but that weren't his game. There's another player we didn't play to his strengths. Signed for 75 mil, don't play to his strengths. You know what I mean? It's a madness. But yeah,
a lot of these players you only keep them for 2 years as well. Like some seriously big names in there. You only keep them for 2 years, and then they go on and do really good stuff. Next up was Victor Lindelof, still there now. £30 million from Benfica. Good signing, bad signing. Meh. 182 games. 3 goals for the player.
Game of 2 halves for Lindelof, innit? At best.
100%. 100%.
He's so average. Yeah, he's another one of the ones that's just so average. Like, it's not a bad thing.
You make average sound so hurtful. Like he's so average.
He's all right. He's all right. But yeah, exactly. There's not enough to say about him. There's nothing to say about Lindelof, really.
Alexis Sanchez, a swap from Arsenal, 2 years, serves you right. 45 games, 5 goals. Sorry.
What the hell went wrong with him? What the hell went wrong? What the hell happened?
What the hell?
Instantly.
I was so happy when we signed him as well.
Yeah, he was. And he pulled out the piano, the lot. He got on the piano.
You still remember it, don't
playing
you?
the tunes. That was about as good as it got.
Let me tell you. He was another victim of United's football. Because he came in, I remember against Everton away, we were playing, and he was all over the place, running everywhere. And we were all slow, moving very slow, not making moves. And he was like, what's going on here? Like, what the hell? And I said, I give it 2 games and he'll be running just like the rest of these players. I knew it. I could see it. I could see he was a total different player coming from an Arsenal pop move. Let me get it. Let me give it, let me move. And Martial came out of his position and he was doing really well in that football. But seriously, they killed him. That killed him. It was a total different way of football. At an old age, you can't adjust. You have to play your way, and we weren't playing nothing towards him. And that hurt him as well. So I don't think he lost all his ability. No way. We just didn't play football that was good for him. That's what I believe.
Yep. It just didn't work out at Man United. Wrong move, wrong time. Yeah, just didn't work out. Next up on the list is Lee Grant from Stoke City. Been there 4 years, played 2 games.
Third choice keeper. Best job in football, mate.
Do you know what? I would have loved to have been a third choice goalkeeper.
Best job in football, that is, mate, isn't it? You know,
I'd have taken that. I needed an agent.
Is he done a Donny or what?
Choice.
Is he a Donny? He shouldn't be playing. Nah, he shouldn't be playing. So it's not like free him.
Yeah, he ain't a Donny. Yeah.
What would you bring him in for?
He's not a Donny.
He's a Y. What are you bringing him in for if he's not going to be involved?
Yeah, he's definitely a Y.
Yeah, all day. Train up the youth.
He's a Y. He's a Y.
Yeah. He's a coach now. He's a player coach now. For Me United. It's
coming up to some of Nathan's favourites in the end as we get into the end of this. Fred, £47 million from Shakhtar Donetsk, number 8 marauding midfielder, 4 years, 144 games, 6 goals. Claims to be a number 8. Currently sitting in at DM. Where you going?
I've given him a game or 2 halves, mate. He's been hot and cold. He's done really well at times. He was the most improved player that year when we did well. And then the next season, yeah, but he did really come through to establish himself when the team was depleted. When we had to rely on him and Pereira in midfield. I remember that. That was ridiculous. It was like there was nothing there. But yeah, he then played really well against Man City, megging people and, winning balls and keeping it moving quietly. And that's why I was really happy with him at them times. But then, obviously, it's been a mixed bag then since then, isn't it? It's been, man, he's the worst player on earth. Man, we're really, really good. And that's all he is. He's either the worst or really good. And I don't like that. It's a game of 2 halves all day.
Yeah. That is the epitome of game of 2 halves.
Yeah.
Diego Dallow, he's starting to find his feet at Man United now. £19 million from Porto. He's been there 4 years, 51 games and 1 goal for the right back. Goff, what's your thoughts on Dallow?
Good squad player, game of 2 halves. That's what he is, and that's what he should be. Good squad player, he's only 22, so maybe he can make the step up. But as we were saying last time about dream transfers, we need a new fullback. So it's going 2 halves, isn't it? He's not done anything wrong. So
yeah. Game of 2 halves. Okay, so next up we have the Solskjaer era. Harry Maguire, £80 million from Leicester City, 129 games, 6 goals. Nathan?
Can I see that ball again, please?
Cantona level.
Cantona-esque, can he?
Yeah, he's Cantona-esque, isn't it? Yeah. He's Cantona-esque, mate.
What went wrong? Why?
He's got to be
Donny van der Beek. Now, there's an argument, for what went wrong, a game of two halves, and why. Now, why? Because you spent £80 million on him.
I'd say why. Reason why is because when we was buying him, I was saying why. I was saying why at the time when we were buying him. I'm buying him for a lot of money. I said, why are we buying this guy when Rojo, Smalling, and Jones are better than him? What are we doing? Why are we buying him for? That's what I said. So why are we not? We have to buy a player that improves the defense, and we're buying a player that's the same. I'd say in and around the similar levels. He might be a little bit better on the ball, might be better winning headers. That's about it. Like, the guy's immobile. Like, why the hell would you want to get a defender that's immobile? So, yeah, then he came in. He played a really good game against Watford at home. I liked what I saw, in terms of, getting into people. But, yeah, in the end, it's turned out exactly what I expected. Why? Why the hell did we buy that player? Why? Please, someone tell me why.
It is a why.
Silly move.
Aaron Wan-Bissaka, £50 million from Crystal Palace. 3 years he's been there. 120 appearances for Man United and 2 goals. What are we going on this one?
That's the middle of the road again, isn't it? Middle of the road again.
He's not good and bad. He's just good, defensively good. So, do you give him an unbelievable Jeff? You can't. It's hard because he's not an unbelievable Jeff.
Garth is wincing down there. Game of two halves.
He's not a game of two halves.
What you want? You think
just
he's
game of two halves. You know what that means? He's good at going back, but bad at going forward. So it's like 2 halves, like that.
Yeah.
That's the only way. That's
literally,
he is a
literally, yeah.
Make
once you go in the defensive third,
yeah?
amazing. Yeah. When you go in the defensive third, he's amazing. You go in the attacking third, he's crap. So it's a game of two halves, isn't he? Definitely, literally.
It's a game of two halves. It's a game of two halves.
He's definitely a game of two halves. Yeah. He ain't unbelievable.
Dan James, £15 million from Swansea, bargain. 2 years he was there, 74 games and 9 goals. He made a big profit of £10 million on selling him to Leeds, the club that you stole him from under their nose when you bought him. Dan James, Nathan, what's your thoughts on Dan James?
I say he came in, we knew what he was. I expected more, but we knew what we were getting. He was a player that we needed at the time. We needed a bit of pace and a bit of balance to United side, and he provided that width and balance. Simple as that. He shouldn't be playing first team. He shouldn't have been playing as much, giving him that much responsibility. The guy was, I'd say he's standard in terms of ability, but his pace and his energy gave us something that we didn't have, and it was really valuable at the time for a squad that we had. So for me, I think he done okay for us overall. When I look at it, he's never going to be the levels that we wanted in Man United levels. But seriously, I'm going to go with he's a game of two halves. He's not a game of two halves. He's done well for us. He's actually done all right for us. But he's a game of two halves then, yeah. Because it's hard. He is a game of two halves. I'm going to have to give him a game of two halves because he didn't do bad. He has played well against big teams and kept them honest. Even if it's just that, keeping players and teams honest in when we had a mediocre side. That's the best he could do for us, and he done it. So, yeah, I hats off to him for his work rate and determination, if that. But ability-wise, obviously, we know he's not there.
All right. Who we got next? We've got Igolo from Shanghai on loan, which cost you 10 million. 1 year, 23 games, 5 goals. Scored a couple of important games in the Europa League.
Yeah, in the Europa League, did
when he first came in, Garth. He did well, Garth, when he first came in. He scored some belters as well, and then the season ended and then he was not involved the next season. It was just, what's he doing here still? You know, what's the point? What's the point?
Loving
While we
life.
had nothing, they loved him. But then after that, we got players in. He was like, nah, mate, we don't need you no more.
Yeah.
Get out of it. So he kind of got done a bit of a dirty because he did do well. I don't think he done bad. I think he done well for us. But again, you can't give him unbelievable. He didn't do anything wrong, but he weren't really a game of 2 hours. He done all right. He was one of them ones again. So yeah, I'll put.
You want a new category? You want Steady Eddie? Let's pretend this is Steady Eddie.
It's fair tier. I mean, yeah. Could have been worse. We could have ended up with Josh King on contract, couldn't we? That's why we ended up with him.
Nearly
Darlow,
did.
Because we missed out.
Exactly.
Yeah,
On an actual
Josh King
contract as well.
Yeah, 4-year deal.
Not even a loan. Not even a loan.
Nah.
Okay. We're coming up towards the end now. Bruno Fernandez, £47 million from Sporting Lisbon, 108 games, 47 goals for the midfielder. That's a very good record there. Surely that's at the upper echelons of this tier.
Top player. Done really, really well for us. Can't say any more. The guy is unbelievable, but he might have to go in the Cantona-esque section because he's done that much for us since he's got here. He's like a striker's record at the minute. So
that is a striker's record. Where would you say, Garth?
Yeah. To be fair, it was only him and Zlatan I could really think of going up there. So, yeah, for what he's done for us. Because I think it's 47 goals. I think it's like 50-something assists as well. You know what I mean?
That's a
like,
joke.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Check that out because that is a ridiculous. That is unbelievable. If it is anywhere near to that.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's like 40, coming on 50 assists as well.
All right. So, who we got next? We've got Edison Cavani, free transfer, can't complain. PSG, he's been there 2 years, 53 games, 19 goals. Again, a very solid goal scoring record there.
Yeah, he's been good. He's been really good for us. I think he's been unbelievable, Jeff. I'm going to give him unbelievable for what he did last season, and not as good this season yet. But that's obviously due to United being the way they are. So he's still been done a job. I think he's unbelievable for us. Been unbelievable.
All right. Edison Cavani, unbelievable, Jeff. We've got Alex Telles, £15 million from Porto, 36 games. He's kept Luke Shaw on his toes.
I'm going to go with a game of 2 halves. Telles has been game of 2 halves. He's been, when he first came, we thought he was going to take over Shaw. Didn't manage to take over nothing. And then this year, it's been the other way around. So, yeah, definitely a season of 2 halves. The 2 seasons of 2 halves.
Donny, he's been freed. He's playing for Everton. You get a chance to finally see him, but he's in a blue shirt. It's got to be. There's only one place for him.
Yeah.
Donny,
there's only one character.
In the Donny.
Next to his brother, Bastion and Donny.
But he's living unbelievable.
Could have been. Tom Heaton from Aston Villa. Only played 1 game. He's in there as a third choice goalkeeper. He's there to do a job.
Coming back to his childhood club as well, isn't he?
Was he? Did he start at Man United?
Yeah, he started. Yeah, he started Man United. Something. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you just got to stick him in, yeah.
Yeah, it's just a weird.
Why you bring him in?
Yeah.
All right. You need a third goalkeeper. Rafael Varane, 32 million from Real Madrid, 16 games so far this season.
He's been good.
What's your thoughts on him?
He's been good.
Good.
Yeah, that's an unbelievable. He's an unbelievable player. I can see the difference with him in our back line immediately. That he just oozes a calm classiness about him that other defenders pick up on. It feels like anyway. Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah, he's unbelievable.
Yeah.
All right. Nathan, Jadon Sancho, 74 million. You chased him for 2.5 years from Borussia Dortmund. He's been there 1 year. He's got 23 games, scored 2 goals. What's your thoughts so far?
He's currently in a mixed bag at the minute. I'm not going to give him what went wrong yet. He's in a mixed bag game of 2 hours due to the fact that he's had a few good games and obviously he started off quite quiet, having to adjust. So I'm not going to go into what went wrong unless he leaves without doing his jobs, without killing it before he leaves.
All right. Ahmed Diallo, 30 million from Atalanta, currently on loan at Rangers. Scored within 6 minutes, I think it was, and then he got injured. Yeah, he's played nine games so far for Man United. I couldn't find that. 9 games so far.
It's a Donny, mate.
It's Donny. You expecting to see more of him as well. I think that's why he's got to be a Donny.
Yeah, not especially. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
He's a Donny.
He is a Donny. There's 3 Donnies. How funny is that? There's 3 Donnies. Hey. And last, by no means least, Cristiano Ronaldo.
I think why we bring him in?
Oh yeah,
he's wanting to know why.
Whoa, my hat fell
off. These Cantona level signing, of course.
Cristiano Ronaldo, a Cantona level signing. The tier list is done.
To say a thing.
Cantona level signings. We've got Zlatan Ibrahimovic, Bruno Fernandez, and Cristiano Ronaldo. Unbelievable, Jeff. We've got Juan Mata, Blind, Ander Herrera, Ramirez, Paul Pogba, Lukaku, Cavani, and Varane. Very good company. It was a game of 2 halves. It's Fellaini, Rojo, Shaw, Martial, Bali, Matic, Lindelof, Dallow, Fred, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Dan James, Igalo, Telles, and Sancho. What went wrong? Victor Valdez, Di Maria, Falcao, Darmian, Memphis Depay, Mkhitaryan, and Alexis Sanchez. Why? Morgan Schneiderlin, Grant, Maguire, and Heaton, and Donny van der Beek. 3 Donnies. It's Bastion Schweitzeiger, Donny van der Beek, and Diallo. There we go. There we go. What a list. Thank you, everyone who joined us. Nathan, what do you think of that list? It was all fair?
Yeah, I think that's fully fair.
Yeah.
A lot of people probably trying to move Maguire around, but I don't think he should be allowed to move from there. Should be on house arrest in that position. Why?
That's the world's most expensive defender you're talking about there, Nathan, remember? You know what I mean?
The world's most expensive defender.
He must be, hasn't he? Has anyone gone for more than 80 mil since?
He is.
Yeah, he must still be, yeah.
He is. He is, mate.
Wow.
He's not up there with them boys.
No, he's not. He's not Virgil van Dijk, is he? How much would you pay for Rudiger right now?
Bloody hell.
Right. Not 80 mil.
80 mil.
Yeah.
If he's 80 mil, it's ridiculous. What are you going to pay for Rudiger, really, if he's 80 mil?
Yeah, exactly.
Rudiger's going to be like, listen, you know how much I want to be on? You know how much Maguire's on? You know
That's the problems. When you spend 80 million on Maguire, every other club around you now is going to be like, well, you paid 80 million for Maguire, he's 10 times better, so you can pay this much. And when he gets there, then he's like, how much is Maguire on? Yeah, I want double what Maguire's on.
Exactly.
Trouble. All right, thank you everyone who joins us today. Got busy in there, the chat. Love that. Thank you very much for joining us tonight, Garth.
Thanks for having us. It's been a pleasure.
All right, and thank you for joining us tonight, Nathan.
It's been good.
All right. As I always say, please smash that like. Please smash that subscribe. If you are watching on Twitter, come over to KS1 TV next time into the live chat and have your say. While you're over here, smash that subscribe, smash that like, and smash that share. If you're watching on Facebook, change the settings so we can see who you are in the group chat. Otherwise, you're just an egg. I don't mind chatting to eggs, but you're just an egg. It comes up as Facebook user. So change the settings so we can see who you are. All right. Thank you for joining us. Peace out, people. Stay safe. I always struggle with this one. And wash your hands.
Bye.